Hello, everyone. This is a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. I don't know why I'm excited. I'm here again. It's your girl Kenny. Thank you for subscribing. For those that have subscribed, and those that are yet to subscribe, please and please help me reach 1 billion followers. I'm just kidding. But yes, we can do it. Let's do this. Let's keep liking, sharing, subscribing, and God bless you for doing that. So today I've come again with my, should I call it ranting? No, not really ranting, just being realistic. I want to talk about Nigerians being very, very egoistic and competitive. So I mean they're egoistic because you see a lot of things they claim they cannot do. When they get abroad, they can do it. Nigerians will never do auxiliary nursing in Nigeria, but they will come here and come and be CNA. CNA that cannot even give medicine to anybody. All they do is change diaper and wash old people. Yes, I understand that there is a reward for labor here. But there are some reward, there's a reward for some labor in Nigeria, and those things they still will not do it in their own country. Take for instance, a lot of people that are into farming today in Nigeria, if you put 100 farmers, if you take a survey using 100 farmers, 90% of the farmers are not originally living in Nigeria. I don't want to use the word they are not originally from Nigeria. Some of them are from Nigeria, they've jackpot and they've jackpada and they went into farming. Some of them are from African countries that came back. Some of them are from Asia that came back. A lot of Chinese. Like I did a video and somebody commented that Nigerians are so quick to run Nigeria down by saying all kind of stuff, feeling entitled that government is supposed to do this. If you see Americans, government do this for them, government do that for them. The same Nigeria that you are blind to opportunities, other foreigners come and they make it. There are a lot of garri frying industry now that are owned by Chinese, that are owned by Indians. Matter of fact, the company that did my borehole in Ibadan is owned by an Indian guy. The guy is the one that controls most of the borehole activities, geotechnical activities going on in Ibadan. That guy is in charge. He owns the equipment. He rents it out to Nigerians to do their borehole. Ask me, how much will this equipment cost? This equipment might not cost more than what some people are spending to jackpot. Like I said in one of my videos, somebody commented and I replied that I'm not against jackpot. Jackpot is good. It has its own benefits. A lot of knowledge that we have now, a lot of exposure that we have now, if we don't jackpot, we will not have it. If we did not jackpot, we will not know the pros and cons of other countries. Sometimes you don't appreciate what you have until you lose it. Take for instance now, for the past 8 years, I've not eaten beef to my satisfaction. When we're in Nigeria, we're always saying, oh, I'm tired of this beef. Oh, I'm tired. It's only rice and garri we're eating. It's only this and this we're eating. But when you travel, you will appreciate that rice and garri. You will know that there is difference. So I'm saying that sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until we've lost it. And then there's benefit in jackpot. When you jackpot, you see the things you've missed, and then when you go back to those things, you appreciate them better. You see life from a different perspective, and then when you go back to what you used to have, you treat it with based on the new perspective of life that you've gotten. So, what am I trying to say? I cannot discourage jackpot in as much as I don't encourage it. I cannot discourage it, but at the same time, why would somebody in their right senses sell their house because they want to japa. People that are building houses in Nigeria now, do you know how long it took them to gather money to start building that house? A lot of people that build houses, immediately after they travel, go and check them. How are they living abroad? How are they living? A lot of people are not living comfortably. Some people live in one room. Some people rented 2-3 rooms, and they rented 1 or 2 of it out, and they're only using one. There are some people that are even living like roommates, that they have bunks in their rooms, like student hostel. So these are things people go through. You see somebody has traveled, within a year they started building, and you think they are abroad picking money. No, it's because they came with their head on their neck, and they already had the determination that I'm going to do so. By the time I do this, some of them move back home almost immediately. Some of them stay back, and with the mindset of no matter what happens, I already have something back home. So where am I going with this video? Nigerians are very egoistic. Reno Omokri posted a video posted a post on Twitter talking about starting small, talking about the money you want to spend to japa. I japa under less than 2 million naira. Under 2 million naira. A lot of people are japaing now with 40 million, 50 million. Reno was talking about that money you want to use to japa. Why don't you start a business with it in Nigeria? Livestock business. You can be going to Shaki and buy yam, buy gari. You can fry gari and all of that. If you see the way they yap this man, even someone commented, an older man commented, if you see the way they called him an old fool. Nigerians have bad mouths. They called him an old fool. That you are saying Dangote started from somewhere. Did Dangote start frying gari? Even if Dangote did not start frying gari, must you compare yourself to Dangote? Yes, they said Dangote started from somewhere, and now he is somewhere. He's the richest black man in the world. But he started from somewhere. There was a time nobody heard his name when he was doing all these background businesses. But somebody is saying that the Dangote start frying gari. If you know where Dangote started from, he's not going to sit down and come and start telling everybody his stories. But there is reward. There's dignity in starting small. Do not despise the days of little beginnings. That's what the Bible. Do not despise the days of little beginning. You are calling somebody an old fool and telling them, is that how they started? Why don't they start frying gari? So the Chinese people that are in Nigeria now, frying gari, doing bo, doing this, doing that. You think they are stupid? You think they don't know how much they make from that same gari? You'll be surprised that all these graduates that wearing tie at 1004 every morning, jumping buses, some of them don't make as much money as people that smoke fish and sell. There are some people that have fish farm at the backyard of their house. The money they make is way more than some people that wear tie. Nigerians are so egoistic that they just want to look classy. We like fine clothes. We like fine job that will make you look like you are the next to Tinubu, next in command. Tell them to come and start small. They will abuse your mother. There was a time a friend of mine rented a shop. I don't know if she was lying or not. She rented a shop and she told me, oh, Ore, I've rented a shop. I have rice. I need money to buy more things. I want to start selling food stuff. And God sees my heart that time I just got my shop here too. And I needed the money. I paid 2 months rent. I already ordered furniture, bought this, bought that. And I wanted to open because I didn't have any build out time. I had to start paying rent the next month. So I had to open it somehow, whether it was almost empty or not. And you came with your own problems. How am I supposed to help you? And I advised this lady that I also just opened my shop. It looks almost empty. You don't need to have everything you need before you open it. Okay, you have a bag of rice. You want to start selling derika by derika. Once there must be somebody on your street that has stew and needs an urgent rice. Why don't you open that shop like that? Once somebody come and buy rice today, buy rice tomorrow, you already have money for a crate of egg. Add that crate of egg to your business. By the time you sell another 4 derica of rice, you already have money for groundnut oil. You add that to your business, your items are becoming more and more. If you see the way this girl abused me, and she ended the abuse by saying, if you don't want to help, you don't have to. I don't need your advice. And I said, God bless you. Bye-bye. After a while, she came back and said, I've thought about what you said. I've opened the shop. But God so good, that period I had some money. So I felt encouraged that, okay, at least she's doing something. I gave her what I could give her. Only for me to hear later that this girl did not open any shop. That's a lie. But that's that. I have another person, family member. This person knows about electrical work. If you run electricals for you, he prefers to be doing teaching that they are paying him less than 50,000 than to take his electrical work seriously. I have advised and advised, why don't you find a small shop, buy electrical cables, sockets and all these things, be selling at the same time you are rendering service. He said, do you know how much I will use to open this shop? I will need about 1 million. Okay, you will need about 1 million, then open it. Raise 1 million and open it. And where do I want him to find 1 million? But you have land sitting down, laying fallow. You are not using it for farming. You're not building on it. You already have 2 buildings. Nigerians don't see sense in selling what they have to get what they want. No, they don't see sense in that. But they can sell what they have to japa. If that person had sold, this same person has wasted more than 5 million on wanting to travel. But you cannot spend 1 million to open a business. So now you want me to give you that 1 million to open the business so that you can start doing the business the way you like, because it is not your sweat. I'm not going to open a business for anybody. You have to open that business first. We see that you are serious. We see that you are struggling to really better that business. We see the passion you are putting, then we can support you. But for me to open a business for somebody in Nigeria, it's not possible. Because the truth is, once it is not their money, they don't take it seriously. They don't. Yoruba people will say, Omo to ba se apa, oniya e ma n gbe. That is, if you want to carry a baby, the baby must first open her arms. Then you carry that baby. It's not somebody that you know have the resources to start. They refuse to start. You are now giving them your own resources to start it. You will hear a story at the end of the day. So one thing I've noticed is they are so egoistic that they don't want to start small. They will be comparing themselves to you. If you tell them, why don't you start farming? If you have 1 million, why don't you look for a farmland that they sell an acre for about 700,000? And you can use the other 300,000 to buy fertilizer and start something. They will ask you that, is that what you are doing? Like, really? Is that what I am doing? So you want to do what I am doing? Oh yeah, come now. Come and do what I am doing. Let's be doing everything together. They are so competitive. That is that thing that you are doing they want to do. If you advise them for something lesser, they will see it as you don't want them to match up with you. Forgetting that they are saying you now, but you started from somewhere. You have some stories to tell about where you started from and about how you have grown. They don't want to grow. They don't want a progression. They just want to have sudden wealth. They just want to wake up someday and be rich. It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way. You have to start from somewhere. Even if you have someone you are looking up to, that person did not get there that day. You have to start from somewhere. We that were here too, we that were doing something back home, we that were, even we that you are seeing our pictures here, that we take pictures, there's no pimples. It's not a day job. When we came here, we know the shit we ate before we got to where we are now. Even where we are now, it's not where we want to be. There are still places we want to be. But one thing that always keeps me going is, It's not where I was 5 years ago. I am now. It's an assurance that this is not where I'm going to be in another 5 years. So you have not even started your first 5 years journey. You are looking to catch up with somebody that is already in their batch 4 of their 5 years journey. How does that work? So Nigerians need to do better. We are not saying don't travel, but there is something you should be doing before that traveling opportunity comes. Some people will be wasting their life away until the visa enters. Some people will say they will keep trying for that visa. Even if there is no money, they don't mind to be saving all the money they have. They will be waiting. Some people, because they don't want to start small, they will rather be begging for money for food. Imagine somebody, a friend that I know, had this family. The sister said she wanted to start a business that will cost 2.5 million. This brother gave her 1.8 million. So the brother was wondering that, why have you not started your business? She said because he has not given her the complete money. So she has helped him to keep that money until it's complete. It's so funny to me. I'm like, you get somebody 1.8 million out of 2.5, and she's saying until it's complete, that's when she will start. She has kept the money for him. I mean, we need to do better. We need to understand that there's dignity in starting small. If you start small and you see your growth, you even have a story to tell. I heard that thing from someone because my fish farm is very big. Out of about 18 big ponds, I decided to start with 2 because I heard somebody say, if you start big, then where is your growth? Yeah, where is your growth if you start big? We're not saying don't start big, but there's a process of learning. There's a process of failing. There's a process of risking. There's a process of you have learned and you want to practicalize what you learned. And there's a process of perfection. So if you have started big and you're at your learning and risking and failing stage, you're going to lose a lot of money because you're going to fail big. But once you start small and you use that small quantity to test your business, yeah, I know it's good. The more you invest, the bigger your profit. But that time you will invest big is coming. Start small. When you start small and you fail and you learn the business, then it will be time to grow into big things. Don't say because it's not yet big, you cannot start at all. That means your hands are idle and the devil is going to use them. Because the idle hand is the devil's workshop. You don't want to be idle. You want to keep yourself busy doing something, knowing where you are going, having a focus that this is my destination. I'm just here right now. There's nothing wrong in farming. There's nothing wrong in raising livestock. There's nothing wrong in selling produce. I was so embarrassed for Nigerians, for us, when I saw that post that people were yapping Reno because of he advised them to do livestock. Aboki that is selling cow, do you know how much they have? They can buy you. That you are saying, well, how can I sell livestock? They can buy you. That same you will come abroad and come and be doing house help in a restaurant, but you cannot own a big cow and be rearing. Better think and do better. I'll see you on my next one. Bye.